Good morning, guys. My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. The sun seems to be out. It seems to be warm, but the weather's been changeable at the moment, so I don't know what's going to happen today with the weather. I'll ask Alexa a bit later on. So good morning. I've got up this morning. Just doing my own thing. I live by myself. I'm on my own. I decide what I want to do, where I want to go. So basically, that's why I prefer being on my own. And sometimes you think it's better, the grass is greener over the other side, yeah. And you think, right, I'll trade in my, being single. For being with somebody, and I find that I'm an introverted person. Seriously, I am. This is a camera I'm talking to. I'm not in front of a live audience. You know what I mean. I'm an introverted person. When I first did TikTok live streams, I didn't know what to say or what to do. So I am naturally introverted, which means I prefer my own company and that kind of thing. So I just think I prefer to be on my own, and that's all I can say. There's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of women, especially things that are happening between our ages of like 40 and 60, where some of us lose our partners, some of us get divorced, and some of us unfortunately get dumped for younger women. I think a lot of women are learning that, it's okay to do things by yourself and not with somebody. So I'm just getting on with my life. I have been married, I've got divorced, I've had 4 lovely children, and I just think that, what's meant to be is meant to be. If someone ever came along that was, normal, that didn't tell lies, that was actually honest and cared about me, then I might change my mind. But at the moment, it's just lies. Everything's lies, isn't it? It's terrible lies. People can't tell the truth. Especially if someone wants to be with me. I don't want lies. I don't want someone to lie to me. And I'm going to find it impossible to actually find someone that is like that is totally honest. So for the time being, I'm happy by myself. Now, yesterday when I was live streaming, I got somebody, just being silly. You can have an internet relationship. Yes, you can. But then that's a bit odd, isn't it? If you never meet the person, if you're talking to them online, you're talking to them on these applications, but you never actually meet the person. I was wondering if I was speaking to a prisoner, somebody that was in jail, because this person never meets, never arranges to meet, never meets, never, is just like mucking around in WhatsApp all the time. And I honestly did think I was talking to someone in prison because of the times they would contact me and stuff like that. It's just weird. And some prisoners do have access to the internet. They do. Anyway, so I've got up this morning about 7:30. I heard footsteps on my ceiling. So the guy upstairs must have got up later than normal. He's been getting up later this week. I'm not cross. And then we heard this really loud vehicle reversing. And I'm not cross. I'm not going up to see my mother either. I don't care how hard it gets. I really don't. I don't. It's only Tuesday. You have to break away from these things, otherwise if people will not take any notice of you if you carry on letting them behave in the manner they're behaving in. So I don't want to be treated like shit. This isn't funny, this isn't a game, this is real. And it's my life, and I'm not being shouted at and manipulated. And if my mother wants to make a performance, right, well, she can make a performance with somebody else. Because at the end of the day, I'm looking after my mental health and my physical health as well. And having a mental battering is not good for me. And let them do their scenarios where they're pretending my dad is still alive and Jennifer is my mother. Let them carry on with my dad's cars that he used to have and the horrible things he used to do. And I'm just going to let them all carry on. And I'm not going to shout, moan, complain. And I'm just going to just do my own thing. Because my father, Derek, is dead. And he was the monster. It certainly wasn't me. And it isn't me either. I think it's partly the fault of my mother. I saw my father's death certificate. He died of a heart attack, and COPD was the secondary factor. Lung disease. But my mum seems to have lost my father's death certificates. So I can't tell you who signed the form apart from I remember the word Patel. So it was an Asian name at the bottom. And if I was so inclined, I could get a copy of my father's death certificate myself, because he obviously was a relative of mine. So there's something shady and sinister going on. I'm sure there is. And every time I go outside, do something, and it's been going on for ages and a long time, it seems like everybody's acting badly, but they're acting. And it's inexcusable, because I was abused as a child. And if they have, well, say they have got, I don't like to say the word bugs because it sounds funny, but say they've wired, whatever you call it, they've got listening devices and that inside my home. So they know where I'm going and what I'm saying in case I tell somebody, a real person, what's happened. Then it was going on since I was a child. We had an entry door system like this one, which was black and white. It wasn't colour. So every time someone rang the buzzer, you saw a black and white picture, not full colour one. So this has been going on through my life. So they choose where you live. So they can, what do you call it? Observe me. Observe, watch. And not in a good way either, because I almost died in Gloucestershire. So they're not observing you in a nice manner. And they want me to go up and see my mother, because my mother supposedly has a mental health illness. And if she did, she wouldn't be in a flat on her own without any help and support. Obviously not. So they want me to go up to my mum so it looks like that I'm my mother and I've got a mental health illness, and I haven't. Not like that, no. So I haven't seen my mum for a couple of months, and they're getting all agitated. They're trying to make so much disturbance that I need to go up and see my mum for help and support. Now, my mum is 79. She needs help and support herself, and I've said that. This is all stemming from Gloucestershire in 2008. It is. A ginormous scandal and cover up, and I just have to sit tight and hope that either these people give in and give up, or justice prevails. Anyway, so I've got up this morning. The guy upstairs was up, must have been around 7:20, so it wasn't too early. And I am just going to spend today like I've done every other day for the past 2 months, with my mum ringing me. Whatever I say or do, my mum still rings the phone. We argued yesterday. She rang the phone in the afternoon. I don't want to go up there. I don't want to get an ear bashing. I don't want it anymore. I am an adult and it's my choice. My mum knows where I live, right? You know, my mum was the one that organised the taxis with these men in them. Well, she's quite welcome to come and see me in a taxi, but she won't. She won't come and see me. No, because I don't think she'd like to get in a taxi with strange men in them. I didn't either. I didn't. As for the takeaways, yeah, I mean, you keep eating takeaways like that, full of stodge, every single week, you're going to balloon, get really big. So I don't miss the takeaways. I'm not hungry. I'm certainly not hungry at all. I have porridge for breakfast, and I need to lose weight because I've got to have a pre-diabetes blood test. They're testing for diabetes. I went into the co-op yesterday and I was surprised at how empty the shelves were. You know, empty. And even when the lorry delivers, the shelves are still empty. It's everything I touch, you know, turns to shit because somebody doesn't like me. They don't like me. So if I buy some clothes, they reduce them. If I buy some sweets and I show people, it disappears or it turns shitty. I don't ask me what I've done to deserve all this. I don't know. Last night I took Max for a walk. There was one male jogger with a cap on, and that's about it really. And it was fine. For the past week, it's been feeling a bit cold and nasty, but I'm trying to, like I said, you go into these live streams. If these people aren't real, as in they are, who are they? Who are these people that are speaking to me? Who are they? I wish they'd, you know, it's like pornography when they, you know, Bonnie Blue, what she did with all those men, and she made them put masks over their heads. When they made Bonnie Blue, that woman, oh, it was terrible. Blue masks over their heads. That woman that slept with, what was it, over 100 men. Let me put Alexa on. I've pulled her out this evening. because she sets an alarm off at 7:20 every morning, and I didn't want to be woken up at 7:20 this morning, but I was anyway. But there you go. Yeah, Bonnie Blue was that woman that slept with a load of men. Well, she's all over TikTok. Everyone's talking about her, and it's made her famous. By sleeping with all those men, it's made her rich and famous. And I'm sure they had to put blue masks over their heads when they slept with her. Blue masks. Over 100 blokes. Yeah, but they're like, oh, these blokes, oh, that's Bonnie Blue, that's Bonnie Blue. This world is not right, is it? It's not right. It's not right at all. And that's giving the wrong examples to young women. It really is. Alexa, who's Bonnie Blue? I don't know that. She doesn't know. Alexa, who is Bonnie Blue?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Well, Alexa doesn't know who she is, but I do, because every time I go into TikTok, someone's talking about her. A woman that slept with, I think, over 100 men. And she's famous. Everywhere she goes, she's recognised. Somebody puts them, who's that? Oh, that's Bonnie Blue. And they start giggling. Blonde woman, short blonde lady. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I'm a great fan of Princess Diana, and Princess Diana was about 5'10", and I don't think she slept with 100 men. I'm pretty sure she didn't sleep with 100 men. Anyway, let's go away from that. Well, because I feel that a lot of this crap is taking the piss out of poor Princess Diana. I don't want to go into things because I'll get told off, but Charles and Camilla at that time weren't squeaky clean themselves. There was obviously the Camilla Gate tapes, and there was a lot of things that was done to Princess Diana. Diana got slated because of the Panorama interview with Martin Bashir, and that's where it all went down the pan for Princess Diana, when Martin Bashir interviewed her. Now, was that all her fault? I don't know. But that's when she got roasted, and she lost everything, didn't she? She lost the title. So I still think she was a wonderful lady. I think she was an inspiration to a lot of people. And basically, she did only love one man. She loved Charles. She did not want to get divorced. And what happened afterwards, she was entitled to meet somebody, wasn't she? Of course she was. What was she supposed to do? Live the rest of her life in misery and on her own? And it was so sad because everything was coming together for Diana. She'd met somebody. It looked like she was about to get engaged or married, and then she gets in a car accident, which she actually predicted herself. She predicted that was going to happen, which was absolutely scary, and the wreckage afterwards. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't say Diana was squeaky clean. I wouldn't say Diana was perfect, but I'm not, what is the Mickey taking that's been going on since she died is not right. And Diana Diana's worst enemy was Camilla Parker Bowles. And do you think if Diana had been alive today, how she would have felt that Camilla was queen? Well, Diana isn't alive today, and she doesn't know that Camilla is queen. And may Diana rest forever in eternal peace, with the angels in the sky. Whatever is said and done to Princess Diana now, she's at peace and can't hear it anyway, or see it. And they're trying to hurt me because I'm a fan of Princess Diana. And if I write stunning underneath Diana's photos, gorgeous, they pick on me. So, you know, I can remember Princess Diana in my mind. I don't need to go onto Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and all that. I can remember Diana myself. I've got plenty of books. So they can't, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous. How can you get jealous of saying that somebody was beautiful when she was? My mum is an exceptional person. I just made a comment about the police officer yesterday to my mother. I just went, he was an attractive policeman, and he was. What am I supposed to say? He was ugly with spots all over his nose. What am I supposed to say? Everything I say is wrong. So I just said to my mum, the policeman was attractive. Oh, don't, yeah, well, tell me what he actually said, not what he looked like. Tell me what he said and not what he looks like. And she's my mother. Why would you get jealous of me calling someone attractive if you're my mother? Seriously. You see, people think they own you. A parent, when you're 18, no one's got the right to own anybody when they're an adult. Obviously, I mean, if you've got disabled, what I'm saying is, a normal, able-bodied adult, you've got no right to control them when they're over 18. They're their own person. So it's just, she can't control me. She can't do my speech for me. She can't tell me what to do or where to go. She can try, but she's not going to get anywhere because I'm very stubborn. For my mother's age, she's very strong and she's very resilient, and she will not stop ringing that phone. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy birthday to the most connected man in Hollywood, Kevin Bacon. I hope his birthday is footloose and fancy-free.
Happy birthday to Kevin Bacon, who starred in the film Footloose. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 8:28 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Tuesday, the 8th of July.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Currently, in Rochester it's 15 degrees Celsius with mostly sunny skies. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather, with a high of 24 degrees and a low of 12 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
How do you annoy Lady Gaga? Poker face.
And Alexa, which celebrity was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 8th of July include David Cornsett, Kevin Bacon, John D. Rockefeller, Angelica Houston, and Maya Hawke.
Yes, last night we had a load of banging. Last night. And it wasn't me. I think somebody was having an argument with another neighbour. I mean, it was really bad banging on the ceiling. It was thuds, and it wasn't me. Because I didn't have anything on. I was sat, no, I don't mean it like that. I was sat down. and there was no radio, there was no telly on, there was just a fan blowing cold air, and there was this massive thud on the ceiling. And then about 20 minutes later it happened again, and I've got a bad jaw, and it was, oh my God, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me at all. I just, there's other neighbours having arguments with other neighbours. My goodness, it's the weather. It's got to be. So, yeah, I just settled down last night. I just block it out. I just put things that block the noise out, and I just do my own thing and try and ignore it as much as possible. Yeah, the sun shines out there, guys. The sun is out. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
Unlock exclusive features and content from LBC and even join the conversation.
Send a comment to LBC.
Just say, ask Global Player to link my account.
And the party Chen will bring you more on this story as we get it. The Transport Secretary has refused to rule out the government bringing in a wealth tax as a way of boosting the economy. Speaking to Nick, Heidi Alexander said fairness needs to be the guiding principle in the way that tax decisions are approached. And President Macron will arrive in the UK later for the first state visit of a French leader for 17 years. He'll be honoured with a state banquet at Windsor Castle, where the King will celebrate Britain's vital partnership with France. LBC weather, a dry and sunny day for many. Some outbreaks of rain for the west of Scotland and Northern Ireland, highs of 24 degrees.
LBC. In the time it takes you now to tell a story, you could find out if you can claim from...
Sorry guys, the radio's full of adverts at the moment. I'm going to go now. I hope everybody has a great day. Let's hope it's better than yesterday. Enjoy the sunshine if you've got sunshine, and I'll see you later.